We got an MVP of the thing. Obviously.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Welcome, Riddell Sports Network. I am Dan. This is Dave.
Damn, I didn't know left me out there. I got hung out. Just hello then.
Oh, you didn't know we were starting?
No.
We're talking baseball with the World Series coming to an end. A miserable World Series for Yankees fans. We got this we're going to talk about later. Actually, we might as well just... And we might roll straight into that, but... Dodgers in 5. Who would have thunk it? The Game 5 was a 5-0 series, or a 5-0 lead for the Yankees, followed by one of the most miserable innings. Garrett Cole gave up 5 runs in the 5th.
Yeah, all on there.
And 0 earned. So he pitched 2 games and has like a .71 ERA in the World Series.
He was locked in both games too. Locked in.
And this is what I can't stand about Boone. So let me take you to Garrett Cole's last at bat of possibly of his Yankees career. He pitches to Freddie Freeman and walks him because Freddie Freeman is locked in,
unconscious right now,
possibly the best hitter on the planet during this series, and Garrett Cole walks him. It wasn't wild. It wasn't. He didn't look like he was out of gas.
Yeah,
he didn't
nibbling, just nibbling.
He was just trying to be careful. And then they bring in Clay Holmes to face Teoscar Hernandez. Clay Holmes walks on 4 pitches, throws 2 straight balls to the next guy. And now again with Aaron Boone, instead of leaving Garrett Cole in to face Teoscar Hernandez, which he rightfully should have, he walked Freddie Freeman. Whoop-de-doo. Who wouldn't? Now, Garrett Cole possibly would have gotten Hernandez out, but he also possibly might have given up a 2-run home run. I would have been okay with that.
Yeah.
But now you bring in Clay Holmes, you shorten the bullpen, he pitches to 2 batters and gets out of it, but then Canely comes in the next inning because the bullpen's shorter. You could have had Holmes there, and it extends the bullpen out. I don't know. What are your overall thoughts, I guess, on
how much do you actually want to show? I mean, Dodgers know Canely. He played with them, but
yeah,
how much do you want to show those hitters that changeup? The dude throws a changeup every single time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want
80% or something, right?
Wouldn't you want to not show it to him? You keep bringing him in every game. Bring him in. Keep showing him. Stop. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I agree with the Cole thing. Even in Game 1, he had 88 pitches.
88 was driving me nuts.
Gives up a base hit, and they yank him. Now, would you rather have don't get me wrong, Yankees bullpen's been pretty damn solid, but that's your ace.
Yeah. And
your ace is dealing.
Yeah.
And after that, the doors fell off. You know what I mean? It goes downhill.
But it did what it always does, and you get out Garrett Cole, and it's very simple. Once you bring in, I think they brought in Clay Holmes at that point too. He gets out of the inning, but it keeps shortening the bullpen, and then you bring in Nestor Cortez, who hasn't pitched in 3 months
For
or whatever,
reason.
And gives up a home run to Freeman to end it. If you didn't take out Cole and you let him, I don't know, pitch like what he's paid to do, then there's more bullpen arms later in the game. But
the whole thing you're trying to do with that starter is you're trying to bridge to your closer.
Yeah.
Eliminate as many pitchers in the middle as you can, get to your closer. And last night, if they wouldn't have had that nasty fifth inning, he was going.
Yeah.
He was throwing 8.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He was still pitch count was good. I think he blew 30-something pitches that inning. But, I mean, his pitch count looked great before that inning.
He was only at 108 by the time they pulled him.
Yeah, and that's with the 30 extra pitches in the 5th.
Unreal.
Yeah, I don't know. It drives me crazy. I don't know. But Yankees' fault. You don't hit the ball. You get guys on. You don't hit. And then you keep giving away free runs to the Dodgers. You know what I mean? You're walking 2 guys an inning, and then one hit beats you.
Yep.
You're doing it every inning. 2 guys on, and now one little single nub. Now you score 2.
Yeah. The team that you put out there is the team that you built. So I don't want to hear anything about too many strikeouts, not enough hits.
No.
When you get a bunch of guys who bat 220 to 240, what do you expect?
Been saying that for years. I would rather have the guy that doesn't hit a ton of home runs but bats 290 every year.
100%.
You know what I mean? Give me 10 home runs and bat 290.
Who's the dude that was on the Marlins that won the batting title?
Arise.
Yeah. Someone like that.
Yeah, he's batting over 300.
Oh, I don't know. Tommy Edman? Just anyone who can put the ball in play.
I mean, Glaber, I know you don't like him, but Glaber stepped the hell up the last.
He did.
Maybe,
and it scares
40
me.
at-bats or something.
Yes. I'm very scared.
Nah, he's gone. That last performance he had the last 3 weeks of the season or month of the season and then the playoffs, somebody's going to be all over him. They're going to pay him probably 3 years, $57 million-ish.
Oh, my God. Please do.
He'll go somewhere else.
I hope he goes to Boston. No, I was impressed with him. If the guy would play like he did during the playoffs all season, I would love him. Those are the types of players I love.
Well, what he did during the season is he goes up there, he's swinging at the first pitch. This dude, I don't even know who this guy was.
Yeah.
He's working the count, seeing 6 pitches every at bat. I'm like, what the hell?
But
is
swinging
this?
from his heels the first pitch, how many crappy little ugly singles did he have to the right side? 5? I don't know. He had one like a check swing that just dipped over the second baseman. Like, I think it was against Cleveland. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. He looked good. It's crazy.
The only Yankees win was an 11-4 beatdown, and it seemed like they were coming out of it, and they did. They jumped all over him in Game 5, but
and then that 5-run inning just deflated everything. They tapped out.
Yep, that's scary. And Judge was an absolute ghost. I couldn't find who is this guy?
Yeah.
But we're going to talk more about the Yankees later, but let's talk some football. We'll get to our best and worst of the weekend in a sec. So, Trayvon Diggs gets into it with a reporter who called him out on X/Twitter for jogging. There was a when he's supposed to be chasing down George Kittle, saying, what is Diggs doing on this play? And Diggs got salty about it. If you're trying, did you see the video?
Quick, like a second of it. Just quick.
If you're hustling, the guy's not going to say anything about it. And then he comes back with, oh, you ain't never played no football in your life, all this kind of stuff. You can't do what I do. Yeah, well, Diggs probably can't do what the reporter does. So
Reader, right?
Read, yeah. Right. And we were saying this before we started. I 100% right now could put on a Cowboys jersey, go out on the field, and get absolutely scorched by Deebo Samuel right now.
But if you had we'll say $20 million contract, whatever he's got, I don't know what he's got, but would you be running down that dude trying to chase down whoever just beat you? You know what I mean? I don't know. These dudes checked out. Cowboys, every one of them is checked out.
Oh, yeah.
No energy. I mean, besides Zeke slapping, who was he slapping on the ass and that bit his lip? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Besides that energy, these guys checked out.
He's a weirdo.
They're all done.
He's trying to eat.
Did you see it though? When he bit his lip? What a
weirdo. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's hilarious. I love the Cowboys downward spiral, but I don't know. It's just to always bring up that, you ain't never played no football. Well, we got eyes.
Yeah.
We've run to things before. We've seen people run on the screen every week.
We ain't never played no football, but we also ain't making $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Bitch, do your job.
Yeah. Fucking diva. All these guys, they're just such divas. I was talking to someone about this. Like, sports isn't what it used to be. When would you ever see the Yankees and Red Sox players warming up together?
Never.
Laughing and chatting, and it's so corny. They're all just in it for the bag. There's no passion.
I used to like it when they hated each other.
Yeah. Veritek and A-Rod.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. This is the play here. Oh, it's not going to fully show it, is it? But it was a chase down, and Diggs kind of just let his teammates grab him. It's not really anything huge. It's just he's not hustling, and the reporter's like, not hustling. Oh, the keen power of observation. Jesus. All right, let's move on to another bozo. So Anthony Richardson's benched. Did you see the thing of him tapping out of the play?
When he said he was tired, he couldn't breathe or whatever.
Yep. He comes off. He runs around. He gets tackled, and he taps his helmet. Whenever you tap your helmet to the sideline, it signals for them to replace you. I'm sure they were like, wait, with who? Wait.
Something broke? You heard? What's going on?
Yeah, because quarterbacks never come off the field during the drive unless it's for an injury.
Yeah.
But Anthony Richardson said, and I quote, "I'm tired, I ain't gonna lie." So, PSA to Anthony Richardson, I know he listens. So, here you go. You were drafted because you're a big dude who can run. You weren't drafted for your Aaron Rodgers like accuracy, your Tom Brady level commitment to the game, your Peyton Manning level IQ. You were drafted to be the next Cam Newton, which is such disrespect to Cam Newton. I will not take this comparison. Unbelievable disrespect. But thoughts on this bozo tapping out because he was tired?
I think it's crazy. It's insane. That's a new world though. These kids they're soft. You know what I mean? It's not like back in the day, guys getting broken fingers, all kinds of stuff, still playing.
Yeah.
I told you before, I seen Favre on the sideline cracking smelling salts under his nose, back into play the next day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. And I didn't know this guy was that bad.
Yeah.
I watched some of them last week.
I sent you guys his stat line. He was 2 for 13 for 81 yards at halftime.
Insane. Yeah, it's definitely time to move on.
They're showing his lowest completion percentage, 44.4.
Jesus.
With Tim Tebow and who did I say last time we talked?
Oh.
He should be compared to Jamarcus Russell. Not such disrespect to Cam Newton. And I'm not like, oh, Cam Newton's the best.
He
but
was a stud for a while.
Dude was awesome, yeah. But Cam Newton wasn't like pinpoint accurate, but he could sling it.
Yeah.
And the dude was like just a beast.
And tough. The flags that he wouldn't get because he was a big boy.
Yeah.
He took some hits, boy.
Cam Newton, Josh Allen. That's the comparison I will accept. Yeah. Not this guy. If he turns it around and figures out how to not be a selfish prick and how to, I don't know, throw, we'll have a different conversation down the road. But this guy is not it. And I'm telling you guys that last year, wasn't I? I watched him play, and I always harp back to this, but I'm a Florida Gators fan, and I watched almost every one of his games, and this dude cannot. He just, all right. Jameis Winston. I'll let you take this one. This one aggravate. I'm starting to get hot. I'm sweating.
Yeah, I mean, the white boy from Detroit, that bothered me a little bit, but Winston quotes Eminem song, "You only get one shot," blah, blah, blah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this like his 235th shot? You know what I mean? Hasn't he had shots with like 3 different teams? And I could have sworn he had one, Bucks, Saints. Was he somewhere else? He's had a few shots. I mean, when he's acting like this is his first chance after being pulled as a starter or just getting drafted.
Yeah.
No, dude, you've had your shots. You've had plenty of shots.
And that shot is meant for underdogs, not overpaid assholes who steal. What he steal?
Lobster or something.
Lobster legs or crab legs?
Crab legs, yeah.
Jesus. So he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots in Tampa, 4 shots in New Orleans, and 1 shot in Cleveland. So that's the new
taking
Eminem
advantage
song.
of my one shot, though.
Yeah. Oh my God, what an opportunity! And the only reason he's getting a shot now is because the guy ahead of him was so miserably terrible. I wanted to root for this guy, and then he busts that out at the press conference. Not to mention 33 of 53, not great. They did beat the Ravens, which is awesome, and he didn't throw interceptions for the first time. But I love how he threw 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns in one season, or 33 touchdowns, and they bailed on him because he threw 30 picks as well. Good luck on your one shot there, Jameis.
Talk to you in about 5 years when you get another one shot.
Yeah, for Carolina.
Yeah.
So, Houston Texans are in the market for a new wide receiver. I almost call him. What did I almost call him? Nico Collins has been injured the last couple weeks, on and off. He's questionable for this week. Tank Dell has been healthy but ineffective, and Stephon Diggs is out for the season with a knee injury. So thoughts on the Texans without Diggs and where they can go to replace him?
Really, I don't think it does too much because you're basically looking like you did last year. If Tank Dell would be Tank Dell of last year, but I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe the injury's slowing him down a little bit or whatever. I mean, it was a nasty injury, but I don't know. Mike Williams. Who do you get? You know what I mean? Who's out there that would fit in? That would really make sense.
How about Christian Kirk from Jacksonville? He'd be fairly effective. He'd be the third receiver. So
you don't need an AJ Brown or a Chase or somebody like that. You just need that extra guy. A Hollywood Brown would have fit in. You know what I mean? That's what he keeps getting plugged into systems like that.
OBJ? Yeah. I'm just kind of perusing through.
Well, when Jets lose this week and they have to sell everybody off,
Devontae Adams,
Garrett Wilson.
You trade Rodgers to who needs a quarterback now?
Just because he's an ass and he made me buy a whole bunch of things and get players and all that, I'd send his ass to Carolina.
But what if you send him to, I don't know, someone in contention who needs a quarterback? What if you send him to Pittsburgh?
I don't know. I lost a lot of faith in him. A lot.
I'm telling you, it's the Jets.
Man, it must be because he said, I need another receiver. Bang, we got your receiver. I need some, I need this. I need that. You got two stud running backs. You got receivers.
Solid offensive line.
Defense let me down quite a bit because they were supposed to be top in the league.
Yeah.
But besides that, Rodgers, you got everything, dude. He slowed down a lot. Arm accuracy's, fading.
You know where he could go that needs a quarterback? Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel my pants getting tighter.
Put him behind the line like that. he ain't got to be able to move.
Yeah. Anyways, it sucks for Diggs. I don't have a ton of sympathy for him because of the act he always puts on, but I do feel bad that he's hurt. That definitely sucks. But no love loss here. Honestly, I'm just being straight out honest. I think maybe the Texans don't need anyone else because they're the same team as last year, but you have Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. If Tank Dell gets back on it, because he was filthy last year before he got hurt. So if he got back in, they'd be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Deontay Johnson to the Baltimore Ravens. Does this propel the Ravens into being the top AFC team other than Kansas City?
I don't think so. I think they're hunting the wrong position. The way this defense looks at times, what's going on? Ravens, as soon as you say Ravens, you think of Lamar Jackson and you think of defense.
Yeah.
Back to Ray Lewis, back to Suggs. All these, you just think of nasty, filthy, grind them out, Pittsburgh type Steeler defense. You just think of nasty. And these guys, you're giving up 30 points, 25 points. It's just not Ravens defense. And I don't actually think this helps them. I really don't. It's not like Lamar slings it for 350, 400 a game. You want to use the ground and pound. So I don't think this helps them really.
Slightly though.
It helps them. I don't think it made that much sense.
Because remember a couple weeks ago, I was saying for the Ravens after Flowers, are you really scared of anybody wide receiver wise? He's at least an upgrade. Aguilar's my boy, but he's kind of pushing. He's got to be in his 30s now.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, it's an upgrade, but it's, as you said, they need defense. And it's so weird that they let Patrick Queen just walk to the Steelers. What an odd... That's Barkley to Eagles level weird.
Yeah.
But, all right, let's talk a little bit, just the tiniest bit of basketball because of the grossness of this. I personally couldn't stomach watching this after you described it to me, so I just kind of read the article. But Jazz forward Taylor Hendricks suffers gruesome non-contact injury. Expected to miss rest of the season.
How does this happen? You not drink enough milk, or you not getting your vitamins? That's crazy, because he's literally just running down the court. He went to stop. It wasn't like super momentum or anything like that, and it snapped. It's crazy.
You said he folded up?
Yeah, maybe a previous injury or something. Maybe a chip bone or something. Jesus.
Yeah, maybe something where it was like an aggravated injury, but never severe. I don't know.
Yeah, it was bad. It was brutal.
Watch the video at your own risk. That's all I'll say.
Crazy.
All right. Let's move on to cash or trash, and then we'll flip around to our best and worst of the NFL week. So, cash or trash. The Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, at 3-4, only a half game back, will win the NFC West.
Oh, sign me up. Niners struggling with injuries. Seattle, up and down. The way they came in last week, they got their weapons back. They put it on Minnesota. They looked good. I said, wow, this looks like a Super Bowl team right here.
Yeah.
I mean, they looked good. Running game with Kyron, and I don't know. This team looks really scary right now. I know it was only one game, but watch this team.
Oh, as much as I agree with you, I can't possibly, I'm going to say trash. I can't go against the 49ers. Even with the injuries, they just smacked Dallas, and they look good. They got a bye week coming up. Maybe get some. This week is their bye week. Maybe get a little bit of healthy players coming back. Everyone has a Q next to their name. Yeah. Even Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Well, look here at the Cardinals. 178 points for, 205 points against, and they're 4-4.
Jesus.
Yikes. Yeah, I'm gonna say 49ers for now. 49ers with an asterisk. I think they'll put it together. Ooh, 3-1 at home for the Rams. Is that being like a little home field advantage action? Yeah. All right. Cash or trash. Anthony Richardson will be a starting QB, and you don't mean for the Colts,
just in
general, but in general, in 2025.
I have to say this is trash. I don't see him. He'll still be in the NFL. He'll be playing behind somebody, but I can't see it unless he does a lot of work, improves a ton. I mean, which is possible, but as of right now, absolutely not. He's one of the worst quarterbacks I've seen. It's bad.
Yeah. I'm going to say this is cash because the Colts, first of all, I would like to say the Colts deserve this after they booed Andrew Luck, a guy who would tape it up and get back on the field no matter what, who gave them everything they had and had to retire, not because he was lazy or he couldn't get back on the field, and you assholes booed him. Mm-hmm. So you deserve this, and he will not only be starting next year, but he will be starting for the Colts. Because they're gonna be like, well, we're paying him. He was our first round pick. Joe Flacco will go he'll go be the backup for Green Bay or somebody next year, and this guy will be left to do it again. And poor Shane Steichen, he's the head coach for the Colts. People were trying to say, it was just because of just because of his actions on Sunday that he was benched.
It's been going on.
Well, first of all, he should be benched because of that. But secondly, people who say that haven't looked at his goddamn stats. Just look at the stat sheet. You don't even have to watch the game. Unfortunately, I did watch the game, but you don't have to. Oh my God. Anthony Deshaun Richardson Sr.? He's got a kid acting like this?
Jesus. At 22?
Oh my God. All right. Good luck, Indianapolis. You deserve every single bit of that. Mm-hmm. All right. Last one here. The Yankees should re-sign Cole and Soto. Cash or trash? But should.
I'm going to say this is trash only because they're saying now Soto's looking for $700-800 million. They said that's where they're talking about he's asking. That's where they're talking it's going to land. And for me personally, I'd rather go get a Corbin Burns and, even a Santander or somebody like that. I'd rather go pick me up a couple pitchers for that same money. Grab me another guy. I mean, you could spend that money somewhere else. Don't get me wrong, Soto's disgusting. He's been great, but defense is lazy as hell. He definitely doesn't play defense well. Everything else, he's a perfect player, but to spend all that money on him, I don't think so.
But you would re-sign Cole?
Cole's another tough one. It all depends on what Cole wants. If Cole wants, 3-4 years, I wouldn't, because he's 35. You're going to be heading down soon. If I get him, which he's not going to sign a couple years, maybe I would sign him for a 3 year. I wouldn't break the bank though, which he's going to probably request a lot. I think I'd let him test the market. Both of them. I mean, obviously Soto is, but
for me, potentially Kyle Tucker, Kyle Schwarber, Cody. I wouldn't go get Kyle Schwarber.
Stay away from Schwarber because he's another 200 hitter.
But he's also I'm filling the DH spot hitter.
Yeah, true.
Cody Bellinger, Mike Yastrzemski, and Austin Hayes. All those guys are guys who I would fill in the outfield with. And then I would go, like you said, Corbin Burns. For $700 million over 10 years, you could get Austin Hayes, Mike Yastrzemski, Corbin Burns, and re-sign Garrett Cole. And now you got a solid roster all the way through. But what happens when you dump all your money into Soto and then you say, oh, well, Yankees fans, this is what we did. Yeah. So you got the same damn problem you had last year.
Yeah, and if you say they sign Glaber again, they sign Soto, they sign, you got the same problem. You know what I mean? You're showing the same hand. It obviously didn't work. So the only thing that's scaring me is that Dominguez's defense is so bad.
Yeah, that's
what would make me go out and get another outfielder stud. But besides that, no, I let this dude walk. $500 million, bang, sign me up. But 800, 700.
That's what I do if I'm the Yankees. I offer him 10-year, $500 million, and be done with it.
Yeah,
wash my hands.
Yeah. If
he signs with the Mets for 10 years, $900 million, have him. Yeah. I don't care. But it sucks because he fits with the Yankees well. But it's not that $700 million. If you're going to go spend it on 6 players, 6 like all-star caliber players.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yankees won't do. They'll go grab a 43-year-old pitcher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is Jamie Moyer still available?
Bartolo Colon.
How old is Jamie Moyer at this point? I must know.
Got to be about 46.
He started in 1986. He's 61.
Holy yeah.
He stopped pitching when he was like 46.
Really?
Yeah. Look at that. 40.
Why does it?
He was 47. 40.
Why does it not seem like that long?
He was 40. His last year pitching, he was 49 for Colorado in 2012.
Jesus. I know Bartolo's got to be tickling 50, right?
Oh yeah, I would sign Jamie Moyer and Bartolo Colon. Yeah. Unbelievable. This goofy ass clown hair. He was 45. Yeah. Holy shit. But yeah, if it's me, I absolutely 100% re-sign Garrett Cole, and then I fill in the rest with the money I would have paid Juan Soto. But if I'm the Yankees, I don't just say someone else sign Juan Soto, I throw my hands up. You got to fill that roster with guys who can get on base, cause stress to the defense, not where they can just sit back and be like, oh, strike out or walk. You gotta force the issue, but what the hell do we know? Right, Trevon Diggs? I would 100% sign Garrett, unless he's asking like something outrageous.
Yeah.
But I would sign Cole. What was this supposed to? All right. NFL, before we get out of here, dick NFL bump. Best and worst of the weekend. Yeah, what?
The dick bump?
Yeah. They deserve to win based off of that only. All right, so Dave, your best of the weekend, the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, and it's for what we just talked about. I mean, 2 receivers come back, and they go from looking like a team that we thought was going to get smacked by Minnesota before we knew up in Nakua were coming back.
Yep.
How this team looks. I was surprised. I said, damn, they plugged it in like they missed nothing. This looks like week 1 coming off the off season. I mean, They look great. Stafford looks good. Running game looks good. I mean, and Minnesota's been pumping up points. You held them to 20. That's not bad. You know what I mean? So your defense is right there. Yeah, I like it. I thought it was definitely surprising. It got me all stumbling. I can't even get it out.
Yeah, and people were hating on Matt Stafford for some reason. I don't really understand why, but people were, oh, is he one of the worst No, he doesn't have anyone to throw to.
Yeah.
Look what happens when he has someone to throw to.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. And I finally get to do this, but my best of the weekend was the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, granted, it was against the Cincinnati Bengals. And granted, I thought there was no way in hell they'd win because Dave picked them to win.
Broke my streak.
The curse has been lifted. Is it temporary?
Was it seriously up to 16?
Yeah, this would have been one full season because it was. So they were 10-1 last year, which leaves 6 games, and then the 7th game would have been the Bucks in the playoffs. So that's 7 from last year, and then it was 4-2. So that's it was only 13. Okay,
lucky 13.
Yeah. But the Eagles absolutely hammered the Bengals. It was a slow start. They're still pathetically the only team in the NFL who hasn't scored a point in the first quarter. What the hell is that about? Not 1 point in the first quarter. I almost want this streak to live on. I want them to make the playoffs having 0 points in the first quarter the whole season. But Hurts actually looked pretty good. They kept handing the ball to Barkley. They kept feeding the beast. 22 carries. This is what I want to see. Hurts only had 16 or 20 throws.
That's right where he should be. That's a perfect number.
And yeah, it all looked pretty good. And the Bengals looked freaking terrible, but we're not here to talk about the Bengals. But congrats to the Eagles. They hammered them. Did you catch any of this one?
No, I didn't.
It was close all the way through, 10-10 at half, and then all of a sudden, the Bengals just could not stop them. Pretty wild. All right, and your worst of the weekend is the Ravens.
Yeah, mine was going to be, it was going to be the Jets, but we're sick of talking about the Jets. The Jets are the Jets. Yeah, Ravens, I just struggle with this. I mean, like we said earlier, as soon as you want to stamp them elite, they pull something like this and lose to the Browns or lose to the Raiders. You know what I mean? I don't know.
This one's rough.
Yeah, this just has me confused. Who are you? Are you the team that's going to be in the AFC Championship, or are you a team that's going to get bounced in the first round? Lamar's an MVP. You got MVP candidate for running back, probably the best right now in the league.
Yep, rushing title.
I don't know. It just has you another one that has you scratching your head. I just don't know how to take this team. I know the defense is shaky as hell, but when are you going to take an identity? You should be smoking the Browns. You should smoke the Raiders. I don't care how your defense is. I don't care if your defense ain't even playing. You should be putting 40 points up a game.
Yeah, 10 points in the first half for Baltimore is really weird. They had them. It was I think it was just 7, right up until the end. So this might surprise you, but my worst of the week was the Detroit Lions. Why is that? Well, they were up, I believe it was 42-14, and they still have Goff in there throwing, getting smacked around. Get him. What are you doing? Are you worried that the Titans are going to drop 35 points in the next 8 minutes? What? Get him the hell out of the game. What? And they still didn't score in the fourth quarter. I don't think that Goff came out of the game at all. I was cringing every time he would drop back to throw. Okay, so Hendon Hooker, is that a real person? 2 for 3 for 6 yards. So they took him out when it was 52-0 or 52-14. But it was either 42 or 49, and he's still in there slinging it.
Makes no sense.
Get the hell out of there. What are you going to do if Goff gets... Your team looks like... Whenever I watch this team, they look like the best team in the NFL. And you're going to get him hurt because he was only 12 of 15. That's weird.
No.
What the hell happened? for
I know
85 yards.
They did have a few defensive. I think they had 2 defensive pick six. I think was it 2 pick six?
They must have. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure they had 2 pick six.
Gibbs had a 70-yard touchdown run. There's golf pass, Montgomery short, Stonehouse punts. Punt return touchdown.
Okay.
But I guess they had a lot of short fields because Goff threw 3 touchdowns with only 86 yards. But what the hell are you doing, Campbell? We shit on you last year for all those idiotic 4th down attempts. If you get him hurt, this is not the same as the Todd Bowles thing when Chris Godwin got hurt. Remember we were talking about last week?
There was still a shot. This makes no sense. Titans are not even scoring 30, period.
No, and what? Just disgusting. But congrats to the Lions for looking like as of right now, as of Halloween. I had to check this, even though I put Halloween episode. I still had to check my calendar. As of Halloween, they look like the best team in the NFL.
They can hit you from any direction. They definitely look
just stacked.
Yeah.
All right, I think that'll do it for us. Let us know what you think down below, and we will catch you guys later. Was that up the whole time? Even though I was clicking? Son of a... Yeah, well, thanks for watching anyways.